I cut the scrotal sac. So this sac down here that you can see the 2 cuts in, that was his scrotum. And these come right out. So all I had to do is cut it. Yeah, they come out just like that. That's all I did was pull it out.
So the cord is the vas deferens?
No.
I mean the spermatic cord?
That's the spermatic cord. Okay, so when you first pull a testicle out of the scrotal sac, it's covered with this white covering, and that white covering is called the tunica albuginea. I pulled the tunica albuginea off of this one, so you can see it's just dense white fibrous connective tissue, but I left it on this one. And the reason I pull it off is so that you can see the 2 parts of the testicle, which is a testis, it's this circular part, and then there's this other part that makes kind of like a little side thing right here. I put my probe up underneath it, and that is the epididymis. Epididymis. So I've got the epididymis with my probe underneath it.
Okay.
On most cats and humans, the epididymis is kind of like a comma shape, and then the testicle fits like that. The epididymis is where the sperm mature. You can see it right here. The sperm mature. And you seriously can see the tube coiling back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And they're hanging out there, maturing until ejaculation. So this is where they hang out, waiting to be ejaculated. If they don't get ejaculated, they pass away, the cells die, and they're reabsorbed by the body in the epididymis. So sperm are made in the testis, this circular part, and then they mature in the epididymis. Okay?
They reabsorb?
Yeah, like they break down. Waste not, want not. Here, I have some more epididymis there. Okay, if they're ejaculated, they're going to head up this cord, and this is called the spermatic cord. And you have to know all the parts of the spermatic cord.
A, V, N, L, V, D.
So A means artery, V means vein, N means nerve, L means lymphatic, VD means vas deferens. So that's all part of the spermatic cord.
Are those the, testes?
The testis is the round, just the round part. So I'll just put the pin right here.
Testes, yeah.
But if I see how you can see there's this thing that kind of is comma shaped right here. See,
Yeah.
it's kind of comma shaped. That's the epididymis.
Epididymis.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd put the pin right in there, right?
Yeah, probably about right there.
And what about the skin that you took off?
Yeah, so like
Okay,
later.
so that's the scrotum.
Okay, this is a scrotum.
Okay, then this cord we've seen lots of times. It's been here the whole time. That's called the spermatic cord.
No, what if this? Would you have this
Oh,
off
this.
there? Yeah.
Tunica albuginea.
So you'll have it hanging out like that.
Right.
I don't know. I might pin it on here. See, I hadn't taken it off. So this was completely covering that. So before I cut this off, it looked like that. That's
So
it's
you
just-
won't see the...
So you don't see all the details with the tunica albuginea around
So we
it.
have to know that you're talking about
And
this.
interesting, ladies, our ovaries also have a tunica albuginea.
Do we reabsorb our
Probably like
our
protects
eggs?
it, like
Yes, we do. Because
The ones that we
3
don't
or 4 start development with each cycle, but only 1 matures. So the other 3 would be reabsorbed. That is true. Okay, so whenever the spermatic cord comes into the abdominal cavity, it breaks into its components. And I just want to show you a few of the components that are nicely visible here, like the vas deferens, which you guys have been seeing for quite some time. The vas deferens is that tube. And then there's the testicular artery. And the testicular vein is right up against it. It's got a little bit of blood in it, just pointing out that you can see some of the parts. And the testicular nerve.
Oh, it's nerve.
Yeah. And then you can see then that's going to come in, if you follow this, it comes in to the back of the urethra. So the sperm are going to be delivered under the bladder. You guys know men don't put sperm in their bladder, otherwise they urinate sperm. So the sperm enter the urethra below the urinary bladder. Okay, so that's the urethra. So then the urethra. So this long old tube right here is the urethra. Okay, and it's called the urethra all the way until it comes out of the body, and then it's the penis. There's the cat's penis.
I just think, does it has another layer here on the top of this testes, or it just
Well,
seems to
that's
be?
just, it was so anchored onto the epididymis as far as I could get it.
Okay.
That's the tunica albuginea.
It's
I
the
just
same
couldn't get it.
thing.
I couldn't get it off.
There's no other layer.
It's
there.
on there tight. I couldn't get it off.
So where's the junction from where it goes from the bladder versus the spermatic cord to go to the urethra?
Okay, so
And what closes that off? What opens up to allow the sperm to, you know what I'm saying?
so that a man doesn't urinate when he ejaculates,
Right.
it's a sphincter right here. It's a sphincter at the base of the urinary bladder that closes, and it takes a little while for it to relax. So even after sexual arousal, it takes a little while for a man to be able
Because
to
I know
urinate.
when they have to go pee, yeah.
It
before
takes a
they-
little while.
Right.
Yeah, so they can't pee while
I
they're
was wondering
sexually
about that.
stimulated. So it's right here at the base of the bladder. Okay,
When you have a vasectomy, what is cut off?
so in a vasectomy, they're going to pick up the penis, and they're typically going to go ahead and pick up the whole scrotal sac, and they're going to go underneath here and cut. And then the surgeon's going to pull, cut right there, which is the beginning of the vas deferens. Cut it and cauterize, and then he's got to go to the other side and cut
Kind
it
of
and
like a
cauterize.
fallopian.
Oh,
There was a
cut
very,
it, cut
there was a
it.
less difference you just traced.
Civilization.
That's the very beginning of the vas deferens.
Oh, this is not gonna be the Albert
Tunica albuginea is that.
Tunica Albert that one.
He only, or she only needs to make one cut, because she could go this way and then
So
go that
it's easier
way.
for a man to get a vasectomy than
75,000 times easier,
Yeah.
because you don't even go into the abdominal cavity.
But sometimes it don't work.
Mostly it does.
So that little thing is the penis?
Yeah, so when I
little
cleaned up
thing.
this penis, I took most of the, hold on, it's not muscle. No, hold on, finding the right word. So what makes a penis become hard for sexual intercourse is blood. And so there's
the blood
it's
settling.
vascular sinuses. There's tissue of vascular sinuses. And I took most of that off just to show you the urethra running through it. But yeah, there's soft tissue of vascular sinuses, so that arteries feed blood in and then veins take it out. But when a man is sexually excited, the valves of the veins shut. So arteries feed blood in, but the blood doesn't leave, thus an erection.
Okay.
So we call those sinus-filled tissues of the penis erectile tissues. And I
So all the
removed
blood
most
is
of that.
rushed to his
So the